Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you all of the easiest money methods that you should be doing this entire week in GTA 5 Online to make yourself lots of money very quickly. And in total, I will be covering 5 different money methods all in this one video. That being said, if you go on to enjoy, please don't forget to go down below and drop a like on it for me. But now let's get into the very first money method. Alright, so for the first one, we're going to be playing the Ludendorff Cemetery Survival, which this week is actually paying triple money plus triple RP. So to start this, first open up the pause menu, go over to where it says online, click jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and then survivals. Then scroll down until you see the Ludendorff Cemetery Survival. As I said, this will be the only survival paying triple money plus triple RP this entire week, so go ahead and start it. Once in the survival, I'm pretty sure everyone here watching knows how survivals work in GTA 5 Online, but in case you don't, all we are doing is facing a whole bunch of different rounds of zombies attacking us until we reach round 10. And as long as one of your teammates, even if it's just one, survives all 10 rounds all the way up until the end, then you guys will end up beating the survival, which of course is what we want to do, because once we beat the survival, you'll end up getting paid a pretty decent amount of money, and the survival only takes around 15 minutes to complete. That is at least if you are doing this with a full squad like I did, because if you are doing it solo, it might take you a little bit longer depending on how good you are at taking out all of these zombies. Anyway though, cutting straight to it, here's how much money we got paid once we beat the survival. You could see survival passed, we reached that wave 10, and you'll get paid a total of $89,000 plus also 6,100 RP. Which, if you ask me, that is a pretty good amount of money to be earning, and also RP, considering that literally anybody could start this money method whenever they want to take advantage of it. Anyway, getting into the second money method, I will now be showing you how to make $254,000 in only 3 minutes. If you want to do this, first open up the pause menu and come over to this exact location at the terminal where this week's HSW time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest HSW vehicle that you own and then drive it on top of the time trial to click right D-pad. Once you click right D-pad, stay still, but then open up the pause menu. Then go up here to where the checkpoint is at to then mark it. Once you've marked it, drop the pause menu, open up the phone, click here where it says job list, and then exit out of the time trial just like so. Then whenever you are ready, click right D-pad to start the time trial, and all you want to do is go straight forward onto the main highway right here in front of us. Once on the main highway, all you want to do is literally follow the waypoint exactly as it is showing us all the way over to the next freeway. Once on that next freeway, I like to take a shortcut by cutting in between this part right here, but it's completely up to you. But once on the other road, now what we want to do is take it all the way following the waypoint once again over to the entrance of this canyon. Because during this canyon part is when you want to be very careful, since there is lots of bumps and also rocks on the road that you do not want to hit, because if you hit them, you could also end up in the river if you mess up that bad. That's why I said just make sure you are very careful during this entire part, and as long as you were being very careful during the entire canyon part, you should have been able to make it out to the other side in time, and here's how much money you'll get paid once you beat the HSW time trial. I just beat it right here, luckily with enough time, and here's how much money I got paid. Like I said, $254,000 in just around 3 minutes of beating a very simple time trial. Make sure you do it by this week. Okay, but getting into the third money method, we are now going to be playing the slasher adversary modes, which this week are actually paying 2 times money plus 2 times RP. And to start them, it is very simple. First, open up the pause menu, go over to where it says online, click jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and then adversary mode. Then you'll see right here at the very top, all of the slasher adversary modes, as I said, will be paying 2 times money plus 2 times RP, so you can start whichever one you want to. Personally, I like the Raimiest slasher one. Once in the game mode, it is pretty simple how it works. There is literally only 2 teams, one team of hunted and one team that's going to be the slasher. And all you are doing as the hunted, which is the team that I'm on right now, is basically trying your best to hide from the slasher to survive the entire timer, which is going to be a total of around 3 minutes. And if you or any of your teammates were to survive that entire 3 minutes, then after you'll be given a shotgun to go hunt down the slasher, which if you were to take out the slasher, then you'll end up winning the round as the hunted. But on the other hand, if the slasher were to take out all of the hunted before that timer ends up going down to 0, then of course the slasher will end up winning the round, which honestly is what happens most of the time. But cutting straight to it, here's how much money we got paid by the very end of the entire match. You could see we were the match winner. I got paid a total of $121,000 and also 7,600 RP, which once again is very good money and also RP to be earning, especially considering anybody could start this money method even a level 1. Now, even if you don't like the adversary mode, I would at least recommend winning one of those adversary modes by this week, because as you'll see, you'll actually get $200,000 and also unlock a special mask after you win one adversary mode. Because as you could see right here in the challenges section where it says weekly challenge, that is this week's weekly challenge to simply win one adversary mode, which after, like I said, you'll get $200,000 and also unlock a special mask. And if you're wondering what mask that is going to be the gray hooded skull mask, which this is going to be the only way to unlock it. So make sure you do it by this week, because after this week, you'll no longer be able to unlock this special mask. Alright, but finally getting into the fifth and final money method, I will now be showing you how to make $102,000 in only 2 minutes. If you want to do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location in Strawberry where this week's regular time trial will be located at. Once over here, call out your fastest motorcycle that you own and drive it on top of the time trial to click right D-pad. From here, stay still, but then open up the pause menu and go up here to where the checkpoint is at to simply mark it. Once you marked it, drop the pause menu, open up the phone, click here where it says job list, and then exit out of the time trial just like so. From here, whenever you are ready, click right D-pad to start the time trial, and luckily this week's time trial route is pretty simple to follow. You pretty much are literally following exactly what it's telling you on the waypoint the entire way through, trying your best to go as fast as possible while also dodging traffic. Which that is pretty simple, because the entire way over there you are pretty much taking straight roads, so it's easy to go really fast. But as you can see right here, I actually messed up once where I fell off my bike, so even if you do mess up, don't be scared, you'll still probably end up beating it like I ended up doing here. Anyway, there is one little trick that I like to take advantage of in this time trial, but it's not really that necessary. That is when you get to this point right here, I like to actually follow this entire way along the top of the mountain over to the other side. Like I said though, it's not really necessary. You have more than enough time to beat this week's time trial even if you don't follow this little shortcut, but once you go over to the very final destination, here is how much money you'll get paid once you beat it. You could see I beat it right here just with enough time, and as I said, you'll get paid a total of $102,000 in just over 2 minutes of beating a very simple time trial. Make sure you do it by this week though. And like I said, that was going to be the very last money method of today's video. You officially know all of the easiest money methods that you should be taking advantage of this entire week in GTA 5 Online to make yourself lots of money very quickly. So with all that being said, if you went on to enjoy and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on the video before you click off. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you never miss out on a future GTA 5 Online video just like this one from me. And until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.